It's really an honor to talk to you. I've seen your book on my parents' shelf since I was like 10 years old.
Oh my gosh, which on your parents' shelf you said?
Yeah, on my parents' shelf, like Boundaries, I think, like the maybe like one of the more closer to the first edition ones.
Oh, well, you know what? You should
Yeah.
have hidden. You should have hidden it, and you'd have had more fun as a teenager because your parents wouldn't have any boundaries, so you
Right,
could do whatever you want.
right. That's correct.
So, tell me, how old are you now?
I am 25.
25. Okay. So,
hmm
tell me what's going on.
So, I feel that so I'm dating someone, but like I feel like I have major like anxiety and abandonment issues sort of. So my dad passed away when I was 10. That's a little bit
Oh,
of my background as to like why I feel like every time, say like it can even be like I saw the person, like I saw him like 24 hours ago. He recently helped me move and everything, and and yeah, like we have like a good time when we hang out. We have a good time when we like do work together and everything like that. But it's just like it can be 24 hours, and if I don't get a text message or if I don't hear from him, I start to get anxious and obsessive. And so like I feel like I don't know how to tell myself no, or I don't know how to like stop myself from um from that type of behavior, because it's already crossing his boundaries, in which he's already told me, don't blow up my phone, don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? But I still
yeah,
tend to do stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah. So, is this the first significant dating relationship you've had? Has this gone farther than
Um,
others?
I've had like I've never really had like an official like relationship, or one that lasted maybe 2 weeks, but but other than that, it's just not really. So he's the
How
first
long
person
is this one? How long is this one?
um so let's see, since May, like, well, okay, I've known him since October, but about since May. Like we were dating in October, but it's just, yeah, it's like almost like we took a little break between like I guess the pandemic, and then now that things are kind of smoothing out again, we started dating again. So
Okay. And
yeah.
it
hmm
sounds like you pretty much directly connect this with the loss of your dad.
Yes, yeah, I believe like my sense of abandonment, and then I've been also looking into like attachment, attachment theory and everything, and like how I have an anxious attachment style, and I believe that it relates even to my mom and the way that me and her
Yeah,
connected. So,
tell me
hmm
about that. Tell me about that because
yeah.
generally, generally, if you're talking about attachment
hmm
styles, generally that's pretty laid down by the time somebody gets to be 10. And certainly,
Right. hmm
certainly, I'm not saying that losing a dad is insignificant, but I was interested in your attachment style um, as well. So why do you relate that to your mom?
Because I think like growing up with my mom, I was never really a mommy's girl or anything. For a while. I mean, I think I didn't really have a good relationship with her until I like moved to
Mm,
Australia for a little bit and came back. But mostly, she's also an immigrant from the Philippines, so she also has some things related to that and how she grew up, and so there's really
okay,
like a barrier of communication, and yeah, yeah.
all right. So let me ask you one more question. Then you some stuff to think about. Um,
Mhm.
what what let's call it repair work.
Mhm.
What repair work have you done specifically on your heart that has insecure attachments? If we think of taking your heart into the shop, like
Mhm.
a car, we're going to take it into the mechanic, and
Yeah.
this car starts to run down the road, and then it puts in reverse, and then it starts to run down the road, and then it stops, and then gets. So, what kind
Yeah.
of repair work have you done on that heart?
Um, I've been getting counseling, but I've also just been,
Excuse me.
like, bless you, yeah. Like just, what's that, like? for my, I guess, like exercises for like, understanding my like self-love, self-worth, and really
What
just
kind of
like, sorry,
excuse me.
bless you.
I just put a bunch of boxes into my study, and I
Oh, I
think the dust is
understand.
getting me. Yeah. So how long have you been in counseling, and how are you guys addressing this issue?
So counseling since March, and
Oh,
then yeah, bless you.
I am so sorry, and I
Yeah.
can't mute
No, you're
this. I
fine.
don't know how to.
Yeah, maybe you're allergic to me. I don't know. No.
Come on.
Yeah.
So
But
counseling since March, and
mhm.
you guys are talking about this issue.
Yes, and I listened to your book, your audiobook of Necessary Endings, and I've like been really just taking into consideration a lot of your recommendations there, and
Okay.
yeah.
Let me recommend, if you like books, let me recommend a
Mhm.
different book of mine to you as well,
Sure.
and it's called Changes That Heal.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
and specifically, this relates to what I'm going to leave you with, because I want you to talk to your counselor about this. Specifically, when you're talking about attachments that are insecure, when
Mhm.
we're little, okay, that's a bunch of software in our heads that gets laid down, and it gets
Mhm.
laid down by repetitive cycles. All
Mm.
right,
Mhm.
repetitive cycles. Sort of like you're knitting a sweater here. Repetitive
Mhm.
cycles of the little person needing the other person. You
Mhm.
need mommy. You need the caretaker. You're in a state of need. You're upset. You're afraid. You're hungry. You're wet. You're cold.
Mhm.
Okay, you're in a state of need, and you
Mm.
go, help, help. There's
Mhm.
a reaching out, and then care comes to us, puts its arms around us, comforts us, and what happens is you calm down. Now, what happened
Mhm.
in that moment, there was what I like to refer to as a transformational experience. And what I mean by that
Mm.
is you went from a need state of a lonely state, a fearful state, some state, to you got transformed to, now I'm secure. And it came from the
Mhm.
attachment. All right. So
Mhm.
if you do that 23,463 times, then the
Mm.
system begins to learn, oh, love is available to me and it doesn't go away.
Mm.
And I can be secure in knowing that my love objects, the people that care about me, they're there, they're secure, they're going to be here, they're not going anywhere. And
Mhm.
that gets wired into the system. So then you have a new boyfriend, you like him, you have fun, he helps you move in, you work on a project together. He goes off and he goes to his house, and you're sitting there thinking, oh, that was so great. I can't wait to see him again. I feel so full. I feel so nourished. But
Mhm.
if you've had patterns where love did go away or love didn't respond or love, whatever, those patterns of secure transformation didn't get learned, and where we have what developmental psychologists call basic trust, then
Mm.
you go away from it. The love's not right in front of you. Then you start to not think about, oh, it was so wonderful. You go, where'd it go? Is it okay? Is it still there?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because the certainty's not there inside. All right.
Mm.
So how do you fix that? Well, you fix it the same
Mhm.
way that it's supposed to get laid down to begin with. So here's what you want with your counselor, and here's what you want. I would also say you need a couple of other, maybe a group or a couple of other really, really important people to you that are really, really good at responding to you. Okay. That
Mhm.
you have, how many did I say? 23,463. Was that the number? Experiences where in your need states, you reach
Mhm.
out. and say, I'm kind of feeling scared, or I'm kind of worried about this. And you learn to reach out, and you have people that respond to you. Your system's going to
Mhm.
learn, oh, love doesn't go away. I thought it did. I was taught
Mhm.
that it did in my life, but now I'm learning that it
Yeah.
doesn't. And that's what I want you to go have. Now, in the meantime, with your boyfriend, if
Mhm.
you're starting to get kind of obsessive, then what you might want to do is be mindful. Okay, I'm going to feel stuff that's not true. I'm going to feel like he's abandoning me when he's
Mhm.
not. And then when you're feeling that
Mhm.
way, instead of blowing his phone up, then call one of those friends. Say, I'm having it again. Talk me
Mhm.
off the ledge. Calm me
Mhm.
down. And that's going to be another transformational experience. So you're going to learn
Mm.
twofold. You're going to learn to recognize these triggers and also tell yourself, okay, that's just a trigger. This is from the past. It's not now. I'm not going to bring it into this relationship, scare him away.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
am going to take about it and process it somewhere. And then
Mm.
sometimes as you talk with him, every relationship gets to a place to where you say, sometimes I feel afraid if you still love me or not. I'm going to ask you, is that okay? And he goes, yeah, you can ask me maybe once a day, not 8,000
Mhm.
times. Okay.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Does
Mhm.
that help you?
Okay. That does help. That helps a lot.
All
Yes.
right. We're going to recognize it. We're going to name it. We're not going to give into it, but you're also going to go repair it
Mhm.
by having some secure attachments in your life now that actually will heal this.
Mm.
And that's more
Mm.
powerful than self love.
Right. Right.
Okay.
I like that.
All
I
right.
like that a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes.
you. There's great hope for this. Just do it,
Yes. Again.
keep doing it, and there'll be great hope.
Mhm.
Thanks for your call.